My name's Mike Van and I am a tattoo artist. My favourite part of being a tattooist is probably you don't really ever have to grow up when you're a tattooist, and just creating, doing art, sort of nearly every day or every day. In February 2015, I was involved in a motorcycle accident resulting in me losing my left leg below the knee and breaking a lot of bones in my left hand. My hand was K-wired back together to hold it all in place while it's healing. Returning to work, I guess, was probably something fairly important to me. The hardest part of my recovery, I guess, was probably my hand overall. After the K-wires come out, I had pretty uncomfortable, slightly painful hand therapy to get my fingers to move again. Most of them cooperated, but my pinky had some issues with the PLP joint, so my pinky is forever fancy. That's as much as it bends. Learning to walk again, some of the aspects are definitely painful. When I initially got a prosthetic leg and was starting to stand up and get mobile, I really didn't like it. It's a very awkward feeling, really hard to describe, but yeah, I was pretty convinced I was just going to stick with a wheelchair. I had a few issues early on with some muscle soreness in my residual limb, and also I was getting some blisters, like wearing in a shoe, I guess, but you can't wear your leg when you have blisters, so it's I guess quite a mentally straining setback, but then it gets a lot easier and you adjust fairly quick to it, and better than being in a wheelchair. My biggest achievement in the last 18 months, I guess much to the dismay of my partner and my mother and probably my doctors, is getting back on my bike, which is the bike I had my accident on, and managed to do the same ride that I lost my leg on. The feeling of getting back on the bike was pretty mixed emotions, a little bit terrifying, more so scared of how I'd feel about being back on the bike, but exciting to be back on the bike as well, and it's definitely something that I don't think I'll ever stop doing for as long as I can anyway. Where I'm at with my recovery now, there's definitely things that I'd like to get better at, but although it feels like such a long time and such a long process, looking back you sort of realise it's gone quite quick. It's the longest time off work I've had in 10 years of tattooing, so it was good to get back, but tiring and sort of not learning all over, but adjusting the way I do a few things to make it more comfortable for myself.